I moved back in April and currently all of my books are sitting in these boxes. So it is my goal to read through them, find out the books that I love and I do eventually want to put back on my shelves, and which books I can say goodbye to.
Hello, good morning. It is very early in the morning, but I wanted to start this vlog off. So here we are. Sorry about the lighting. Sorry that I look like I've just woken up, because I have just woken up. But I really want to pick my next read, so we need to start this vlog. I have recently moved, and in doing so, I had to pack all my books into boxes. I've got these, as well as probably 12 more boxes in another bedroom, and most of them are of books that I have not read. And let's be honest, I don't know if I would want to keep if I did read them now, because I got them when I was going through a big YA era, and it's not really my thing anymore. So I want to read these books and then possibly move them on to their next forever home. So the point of this video and this series is going to be reading through my boxes and getting them down. My thoughts are I want to read 3 or so of the books in there. There's probably more than that in each of the boxes, or some boxes will have books that I've completely read because I tried to keep series and stuff together, but some boxes will have books that I haven't read any of them. So my plan for each of these videos is to select a box, read 3 of the books, work out if I'm keeping them or not, and then moving on. Anyway, I do have them numbered for the most part. However, I think for the first one, we're going to go based on ease and convenience of me to be able to get to, because I cannot access any of the ones in the spare bedroom at the moment because everything else is in front of it, like all my other boxes of stuff. So as I clean that out and get access to more of them, I will then be able to include them in this series. But for now, we're just going to stick with the boxes here. This is 2 rows of boxes deep and 4 boxes high. So it's a lot of books. So I think we're going to do either one of these. Do I want to allow myself the cheat of looking in it and see which box I prefer for the first one or not? No, stuff it. Let's go with box number 5. I'm going to bring you up. Okay. So box number 5 is mainly a box I have already read. So actually it works out quite well because I already have one of these from my library hold. There are 3 books in here that I haven't read though. So it does work. I can do this. Okay, the first book that I haven't read in here is Finale by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd book in the trilogy. There is like a little novella, or not so little novella, that comes after it, but there's that one. Oh, okay. Then there is Invasion of the Tealing. Did I reread The Queen of the Tealing? Or am I thinking of something else? I'm going to have to actually look up if I read... No, I think I'm just thinking of Shades of London series. So I think I might actually reread The Queen of the Tealing first and then move on to The Invasion of the Tealing. And then I've got The Fate of the Tealing in here as well. So that's technically 4 books, but that's fine. Anyway, I think I'm going to start off with Finale because I do have the audiobook out from Libby. So I can get to that one soon. I just don't know if I want to... I would love to... Oh, it's signed. Actually, yeah, it's actually signed. Cool. It always annoys me that I don't have the matching Caraval cover of this. Okay. Anyway, sorry, that was a total distraction. I don't know whether or not I want to hold this physically as well. I think I should. Anyway, I'm going to grab my coffee, put a book sleeve on this, and then do some reading. Hello, good morning. So, I am 61% of my way through finale, which, as I said, is the last actual book in the series. So far, it's reading really easily. I don't know if I'm overly in love with it. I miss the original, like, Caraval circus sort of theme. Like, it feels like now it's just gotten too elaborate. And I don't know if I overly really care about it anymore, but I am glad that, you know, I'm finishing off a series. And it's fine. Like, it's reading really easily. I'm not hating it. But yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I sort of also felt that for like book 2 as well. I liked the original book's idea of a caravel that you get lost in and have to do all the stuff for. But anyway, I am currently doing some work while on sprints for Escape the Readathon, so I'm going to keep listening to this, and I know my hold is due back at the library today, so I need to make sure that I finish off this ASAP, and then I will get into my next book. So yeah. Okay, hello. So I have just finished Finale by Stephanie Garber. I didn't mind the book. I was expecting it to be a lot more like Night Circus, where it all stayed in the same sort of place and like the caravel, and it just went off on a different tangent that I wasn't mad about. But I think I'm gonna rate it a 3.5 star for me, just because, yeah, it just wasn't what I was expecting. So anyway, but now that I've done that, I am debating whether or not I should jump straight into Spectacular and just finish it off, but I might just wait till next month to do that. So that means I am going back into my lovely box here, and I am going to be reading Queen of the Tealing. I do have the audiobook. I do have the audiobook of this out from the library, so I'm going to put a cover on it and then take it with me to work. I don't know actually how much reading I'll get done at work, but hopefully some. This has it on it to be a major film. I wonder if it ever did actually get made into a film. Who knows? But anyway, this is what I'm going to be reading next to clear this box. So I've got the 3 in this series. Hello. So I have just finished Queen of the Tealing, and I absolutely loved it. I kind of remembered it, but not really, and I just had a really good time revisiting this world. This was one of the first, like, I don't know, dystopian-y sort of books that I read back in the day, and I don't think I ever continued it. I've been trying to rack my memory of if I finished this trilogy or if I only read the first one, which is what I did with a lot of books back then. So really enjoyed it. This is definitely going to be a keep. I don't think I mentioned it, but I think I am going to sell my Caraval series. I don't have a matching set of the series, so that bugs me when it's on the shelves. And B, I don't know if I liked the second and third books enough to keep them. And I don't have you can't get a matching one of, was it Spectacular, which is the novella to finish it all off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find that novella through my library and then sell those books. So they are coming out of the box, but so far I am definitely keeping this. I am now going to move on to The Invasion of the Tealing. This is book number 2. I was meant to do a halfway review of that book, but I ended up spending the other day doing stock take at a friend's studio, so I was just listening to it, engrossed in it while doing all that. So I didn't actually get around to filming anything, but I will try and remember at the 50% to at least let you know how I'm feeling about this one, although it is a bit hard being the second in the book. But I will give you a quick little synopsis of book number 1. In book number 1, we have Kelsey, who is the rightful heir of the Teeling, and she has been hidden away for 18 years to hide her and everything, and now the Queen's Guard have gone to retrieve her to bring her back to the Teeling so that she can take over as the rightful heir of the throne. Her uncle has been in charge of the Teeling during this time while she hasn't been around, and has basically doomed the place. So every month there was a shipment of slaves being sent to the Mort Queen as payment so that she wouldn't invade the Teeling. And this has been going on for so long. And as soon as Kelsey arrives, she stops this from happening, which means that she's dooming everyone to be invaded by the Mort Queen. And so we're seeing the process of like her stepping into the throne and proving that she deserves to be there. But also she has these jewels that seem to give her some direction, and we don't quite know exactly how the jewels work yet, but I'm excited to see more. So I'm going to start this one. I'm doing a little bit of crocheting, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook of this one and see how we go. Anyway, I'll touch back soon. And when I'm holding this one, I actually mean I'm going to start the invasion of the Teeling. Okay, so I've annoyingly left my camera and everything at work, so I'm just going to do an update on my phone. So I'm so sorry if the sound quality isn't as good or the image quality isn't as good, but this is what's happening because I have finished Invasion of the Teeling and I'm going to be moving on to Fate of the Teeling. I definitely haven't read these two. I'd only read the first one. I know that I wasn't sure how much of the series I had read previously, but now that I've finished Invasion of the Teeling, I can definitely say I only ever read the first one because I didn't know everything that happened in that book. I really enjoyed it. I am loving being back in like a dystopian world where it's not like there are romantic elements, but it's not as prevalent as what you find in today's sort of books where it is all about the romance and everything. This is definitely a lot more about the world and the sort of civil unrest between the people and the royals. So really enjoying it. I loved the twist that happened at the very end of this one, but because it is book 2, I can't really talk about it. But needless to say, I'm excited to go into the Fate of the Teeling, loving this series, loving this trilogy, and I am going to be sorting some clothes while getting started on that one. So looking forward to it. Hello. So I thought I would update you since I am kind of halfway through the Fate of the Teeling. And so far I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of different characters in this one that we're following and different things are happening. So because I'm listening to it at the moment on audiobook, it is a lot to take in and just try and like keep up with everything and make sure I'm paying enough attention to it. But I am really enjoying it. I cannot wait to see the outcome of it. Obviously, surely it's going to end in a happy ending or like a good ending. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I also love the fact that this book was written so many years ago and it still holds up as being a really good YA dystopian book and world, and it doesn't feel like everything else, or it doesn't feel like it was just a book written back then when the hype of dystopian worlds and dystopian trilogies were around. Like, it actually feels like a solid book on its own and stands up on its own. So I'm having such a good time reading that. I am listening to it while rhinestoning some costumes. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see. So I've currently got pretty sure this is my partner's, well, my doubles partner's outfit. So I'm just putting on the rhinestones on it. I don't know how many I feel like putting on there. I don't think I feel like putting on that many. I've got mine still to do. And then I have my solo outfit, to do as well. And I need to get them done by Saturday. Well, really, I need to get them done tomorrow so that they can fully dry and absorb by Saturday. But it's a pretty quick acting glue. So, like, these ones are already pretty solid. So I think when she comes in later today, I'm going to get her to try it on and just make sure that there's sort of enough coverage, or if I need to do any more coverage of rhinestones. I'm debating putting on some other colours as well, but the comps it's sort of downsized in how big it's going to be. So normally I would like go full metal at rhinestoning, but I don't feel like doing that since it's not as big of a comp as what it was going to be. So yes. Okay, well, that's all I really had to update you on. I can't really discuss too much of what's actually going on in the book because it would be full spoilers, but yeah, I am enjoying seeing things from the different people's perspectives and getting to know a bit more about them and their lives and what brought them to like the current present day. But I kind of wish the chapter titles would tell you whose perspective we're listening to. I don't believe it does. I think it just says like chapter something. And I feel if you're reading it, you would probably understand straight away whose perspective you're in, but listening to it isn't as easy. Okay, I also need to have some lunch. I've got some pumpkin soup to have. So now that I've taken my glove off, I might actually just break for a little bit and have some lunch. Hello. So I just want to do a quick little video updating you because I am over halfway through A Fate of the Tearling. What's the third book? Yes, The Fate of the Tearling. And I'm really enjoying it. I was listening to it yesterday while I was at my comp and just like getting ready and doing my makeup and everything like that. So I'm almost done with it. It's not how I pictured it would be. It's definitely a different storyline. It's gone off in a different thing. And I really like that. Like, I like the fact that it isn't for me, it wasn't really a predictable storyline. Like, what would happen, especially back in the day. Like, back when this book came out, there was so many dystopian books getting released, especially dystopian trilogies. Like, it was the hot thing. And people were just pumping them out and publishers were just pushing them out. And they all felt really cookie cutter. But at least this one, like, yes, there are parts, obviously, it's a YA dystopian. There's going to be some overlap between how things are done in one world as same in a different book series. But there's also some parts that are really different and really interesting, and I'm really enjoying that. So I have really enjoyed reading these, and I cannot wait to finish this one. But it's also going to be bittersweet because that means I have finished a trilogy. And I don't honestly know if Erica Johansson has published anything else. I need to go and have a look. And I don't know where my phone is. Oh, it's over there. I'm actually curious because I'd be interested to read more from her, but I haven't seen her name around. But also, I was out of the game for quite a bit. Okay, there was a book that was published in 2023, and that's it. This one doesn't say it's YA. I think this one might be an adult standalone fantasy. So it's called The Kingdom of the Sweets, and it's described as A new kingdom in this brilliant standalone novel, a darkly magical take on the Nutcracker, where two sisters cursed at birth are forever changed one memorable Christmas. Okay, so the next time I have a prompt where I need either a retelling or something Christmassy, I now have a book. Will I remember this the next time I need that prompt? Probably not. But if you guys can please remind me. I'm definitely interested to see what else she's written. So, I am doing a little bit of cleaning, going out for lunch for my father-in-law's birthday, which was earlier this week. And so I'm honestly watching some YouTube. But if my sister-in-law doesn't find it too rude, I might stick my headphones in and listen to my book on the way to lunch. But yes, anyway. I also put in a couple of clips from yesterday and some pictures from yesterday. It was a whole lot of fun. It was so good being back competing, but not just, well, the competing aspect I don't really care about. The performing aspect I really liked. I definitely didn't do a great job with my solo. I 100% didn't put in the effort in training it. But our doubles, we put a lot of work into training that, and it definitely showed both of us were a lot more fluid and sort of just switched on with that one. And considering we had a couple of really bad runs leading up to it, like even our tech run, so you do a run of the show before the show starts just to make sure everything's all good. My doubles partner, landed on my hand and crushed my hand and I couldn't get it out, so I was stuck under her. I'm like, a bad tech run's a good show, right? So anyway, we did win our category, so we won doubles, but we also weren't competing against anyone, but that's fine. It's great to come away with a trophy to just recognize how much work we did put into that, and hopefully we can do it again soon. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get back to cleaning the house and listening to some YouTube drama. Anyway. Hello. So I have finished Fate of the Tealing and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed how this finished up and how it wrapped up everything that had gone on, and how it created a nice ending to this dystopian world and everything that had happened. I love the character development of Kelsey and just how she grows up within this entire world and this entire trilogy, and watching her go from this 19-year-old who has no idea about the world and what is going on because she's been hidden away for 19 years to the young woman that she is at the end of this series. And how I obviously can't talk too much about what happens in this book because it's major spoilers for everything else, but I really enjoyed it. I'm giving this book 4 stars. I'm giving the overall trilogy 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I am definitely keeping this series. So for this first episode of Read My Boxes, I read 4 books. I read Finale by Stephanie Garber and the 3 books in the Queen of the Tealing series by Erica Johansson. I sadly don't think I'm going to be keeping the Caraval series. I enjoyed them for what they were, but I don't feel a need to keep them on my shelves. I really enjoyed the first 2, and the third one, I wasn't as much of a fan of. But I will be keeping the Queen of the Tealing series because I really, really did enjoy that series, and I want to keep that on my shelves. So those 3 are going back into the boxes, and I'm going to work out how to sell these. I wish Australia had something like Pango. I hear a lot of people over in the States talking about Pango as a way to sell books, but it's not here. So I'm like, can someone just bring it here? But I'm going to try and work out a way that I can sell those books. And yeah, that is episode 1 done. These are really heavy. So I am aiming to do one of these every 2 or so months just to get down all of my boxes because I have so many, and I need to make sure that I'm also reading my past books. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know if you had read either Finale or the Queen of the Tealing series, if you think I'm making a mistake by getting rid of my Caraval series. In all honesty, I probably would have had a harder decision if they were a matching set, but they're not. I have the original first Caraval book, although Finale, I did realise, is signed. So, but anyway. Okay, that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!